happiness. I am so happy to see you. This is such an awesome week because I love to be so happy. I love to be so happy that I look for it on a moment-to-moment basis. I believe that your job is to be happy in life. I believe that it is your job to seek happiness in every opportunity. Now, I'm not saying happiness like, like your flighty happiness, like the vibration of your being is happy. So as your heart is experiencing the rainbow of emotions, so I am sad sometimes, I am angry and frustrated at times, but underneath that emotion is joy. It's happiness. The undercurrent of my being is happiness. That's who I am at the essence of my soul, is happiness. Now, when I'm not in that vibration, I know I'm just being distracted and I've fallen into the delusion of who I am not. Because who I am is soul happiness. And I want that to be for you too. What would your life look like if the vibration of your being was soul happiness? Would your life look different? Would your interactions be different? So first, I want to invite fun back into your life. Now, this framework is fun. It's not, it's not a framework where I'm going to teach you how to overcome negative emotions. This framework is pure fun framework. It's youthful vitality, young, fun energy. Because rule number one is I believe that adults, a lot of them are boring. Do you find yourself boring? Do you get bored with yourself? I don't mean to laugh, but I think that if most of us check in, we might find ourselves boring. Well, if you're boring, who wants to be around you? You can hardly if you find yourself boring, it's hard to be around yourself. Other people are going to have a hard time being around you. You got to invite fun back into your life. That kid, youthful vitality, that energy of aliveness, the curiosity of what's going on in the moment. You see, fun is found in the present moment of now. When a kid goes and plays, they're not thinking about how much longer do I have to play this basketball game for, or how much longer I have to go swim in the ocean for. They're just playing. They actually don't even know what time it is. They're just lost in the moment of now. They've invited fun back into their life. Now, as an adult, we have to keep, or we think we have to, keep track of time because we have to be certain places at certain times. But give yourself moments in the day where you're allowed to be free and to have fun. Because that's missing in a lot of adult life. Is it missing in your life? How can you bring fun back into your life? What can you do on a moment-to-moment basis to be more fun? Even at work, what are you doing that's fun? How about every single day you send a fun email to your friends? Or you do something fun at lunch when you guys go to lunch with all of your colleagues. Or you do something fun with your kids or your spouse. Invite fun back into your life. Now, in the Facebook group with all of these, I would like to invite you to share what you find fun, because sometimes as an adult, we just forget how to have fun. So if you've got some ideas, share with us some fun ideas. So when you go to the park with your kids, do you get on the swing and swing? Or are you the spectator who's watching, going, okay, we're leaving in 10 more minutes. I'll be in the car, 10 more minutes. Or when you read your kids a book, do you read as the character, as in the moment? Now that's where a lot of adults do find fun. But you're in the moment of the book. What about take that moment and apply it into an activity, like an active activity so your blood is moving? Go ride a bike. And if you don't have a bike, go rent a bike if you're safe on a bike. And go have fun. All right, number 2, newness, which kind of branches into fun, but this is invite something new into your life. Now, I believe you should be doing something new at least on a weekly basis, because newness creates an aliveness. It creates an alertness in your brain and an alertness in the cells of your being. Because when you're doing something new, you got to focus. You got to create all the cells in all of your brain and all of your activity on target. Because if you've never ridden a horse and you get on a horse, you're only thinking about that horse. Or if you've never, gone, just recently I went, oh my God, now I'm not gonna be able to think of the name. When I went and shot a bow and arrow, it's called archery. I went and shot a bow and arrows with my kids. I'd never done it before. And I was thinking, oh, this could be fun or whatever, but it's new. I invite newness. I was in there, total focus and concentration, how to hold the bow, how to pull it back. I was so in the moment that I didn't even realize I was in there for hours. That's getting lost in the newness. Sometimes we don't get lost into the moments because we're doing things that we always have done and they get boring. Remember the infinite 8? We want stability. We also need spontaneity. Newness is spontaneity. Number 3, date night. Now, this is an important aspect of my relationship and the success of my relationship with my husband. I've been married almost 20 years. My mom and dad have been married for, oh my gosh, I don't even know how long, almost 50 years. And my grandparents have been married, they were married for a long time. They're both not alive now. I have 5 brothers and sisters. They're all successfully married. We've never had a divorce, knock on wood, in any of our relationships. I was raised in a family that believes that fun and newness and date night was mandatory. It's fun. Date night, I fell in love with this guy because I love him. I fell in love with him because I wanted to go out with him. Even 20 years later, I love him more and more every single day. Is that what's happening in your relationships? Are you finding fun in your relationship? Are you finding newness in your relationship? And are you finding date night on a weekly basis? Now, date night can't be, oh, we're going to the same Italian restaurant again and drinking the same glass of wine again. No. Invite newness. Go to a different restaurant. Try to go on a date without having food or alcohol even involved. That's so fun. When was the last time you went on a date night without food or alcohol? If you're an adult, it's probably been a while. So invite date night back into your life. It brings back the spark of love. Number 4, vacation. Now, you're gonna go vacation every 90 days? Come on, there's no way. I can't do that, I can't afford it. I have a job. Okay, well, a vacation can be over a weekend. Do you not get 2 days off? If you get 2 days off, go somewhere locally. Do a stay-at-home vacation. Or go into like an hour or 2 away so you can get away from your city that you're in. The idea of vacation is taking a vacation from your current life. Because when you can step away from your life, you can see it from a distance and you can reflect to see it's the life that you want to live. Maybe this could be you, where you wake up 5 or 10, 15 years later and it's the life that you don't want to be living and you're wondering how the hell you ended up to be where you are. Every 90 days, go on a vacation where it's a personal reflection of what you're doing. Now, I'm not saying you have to go by yourself. I do these 90 days with my family. And at night, I think about it. My husband and I, we talk about it. Now, sometimes it's more than others, but I do it from within and I use that moment to separate myself to say, am I living in balance? Am I living for what I stand for, on my purpose? How am I showing up on a moment-to-moment basis? Am I soul happy? How can I up-level my life for the next 90 days? What are the 3 things that I'm going to do in the next 90 days that's going to take my life to the next level? Vacation, very, very important. All right, lastly, which is the most fun, is laughing. How much do you laugh? Now, most adults don't laugh enough. Children laugh a lot. Now, I love to be around kids because they laugh a lot. They don't take things so seriously. They don't take themselves seriously, and they invite fun. This is like this is like kid heaven. This whole framework is kid at heaven. And so, but are you allowing your kids to have fun? Or are you going in the room going, keep it down in there. Enough fun already. No, how about go join in on the fun? I'm gonna tell you a story that's really, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but we take our kids on individual vacations so we can have one-on-one time. And I took my son skiing, and we checked into the hotel, and we put on our pajamas because the next morning we were gonna go skiing, and we had double beds, that were next to each other. And I started jumping on the bed, and okay, he's looking at me going, holy crap, she's crazy, what's she doing? And I went and I superwoman, in the air, full on, spread like a bird, and boom, landed on the bed. And he looks at me and he's all, yeah! And then we jumped on the beds for a really long time. Now, some people are gonna be like, well, that's like so unadult-like. And I'm gonna say, I know! I want that youthful vitality of a kid that's curious about why do some beds jump and some beds don't. How fun is that to go jump with your kids on a bed in a hotel? Just jump from bed to bed. Anything that's fun, that's new. Laugh, enjoy the moments of life. Because the purpose of your life is to enjoy it. Even if it's stupid and it's crazy and most people wouldn't do it. Who the hell cares? And who's watching other than the seed of yourself wishing that you were more soul happy? So laughing. I have a laughing exercise because I think it's important to laugh. Now the thing with a laughing exercise is it's an inhale and it's a triple exhale. Now it's a forced laugh, but the idea of the forced laugh is right away within 2 or 3 or 4 laughs, you're pretty much laughing because it's so stupid, it's so funny. So you force yourself to laugh. So what you do, you inhale and you laugh. Gosh, I swear it's hard for me to keep going. And then and that's a laugh. And if you keep doing it, you get a good stomach workout. You get fun endorphins that get sent to your brain because you feel happy and you feel joyful. And the last activity is my mood changer. You gotta change your physiology. You gotta change your voice. So you gotta move your body at a faster speed and you gotta pick up the pace of your voice, talk a little bit faster and hoot, woo, and then you get going. Because when you move like that and you go to an environment where there's other people, you become more attractive because your energy is moving faster. You're enjoying life and you are more, you're like the vibration of joy, of soul happiness. So as always, be bright, be beaming, be beautiful. Most important, be you. Tap into that soul happiness and go live a life to love.